Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Now they're gonna start off with I'm telling everybody now, and this from the heart. And this cause I love y'all. And I love everybody. We gotta stop being hateful. We gotta stop being angry. We gotta start showing our kids that when your kids hear that you don't like somebody, or you're mad at somebody, or you want to harm somebody, you saying this around your children, what you think your children gonna start doing? We gotta have more respect for each other, and parents, stop raising your little children, your little Tyrone and little Kevins to be gang bangers, shooters, killers, extortioners. Stop it. Because you setting them up for failure. You setting them up to go to the penitentiary because you don't care nothing about them. You really love your child, you won't try to put them in that situation. You will not put them in that situation. You gotta be a parent. You gotta stop being a motherfucking friends. You want this dude to be the same as you. You should want them to be polar opposite. If I was out there hustling and gang banging, I would never introduce that shit to my family or my children, my nieces and nephews. I don't care how much money involved because I don't want them to follow down the route that I went down. That was a long, cold, hard, treacherous journey I had to endure for almost 20 years in the penitentiary. And why would I put them in the same situation for my personal gain? And then you as a parent, why would you even put your kids in that situation where they're going to be knowing about this bullshit? If they do find out about it, it should be from the news or TV or social media. It shouldn't be from you. It shouldn't be from you. And then when you're trying to tell people that, they don't understand, man. When you're trying to get them some input and try to get their life together, it'd be too late because they've been indoctrinated with a lot of bullshit. I see people on here talking about third and fourth generations. What the fuck is that? Why do you want to have 4 or 5 more generations of gang banging, killing, and stealing, and robbing? It's appalled me when I see people the way they act and the way they act around their children. I'm like, damn, you really do this in front of your children, your nieces, your grandchildren? I'm like, be really shocked. They twerking, they getting high, they selling pussy, they messing with man to man, or this man that messing with a lot of different women in front of their children, so they thinking that shit is cool. You don't want to be a parent. You think that it's okay to see your kid whenever you feel like seeing them instead of seeing your child every day, rolling with them, molding them to be something great. You look at a lot of the great people in society that had good, strong role models in the household. They had good, strong role models. Most of the ones that never fail to be successful, as you can tell from their parents and the way they were raised up. The people out here out of control, like I was out of control. Yes, I had strict parents. My mother was strict, but my father wasn't. Then I see my father do a lot of things that I would never want to do. But he still was in my life. But he still showed me the negative side that I should never seen and made the negative side seem like it was okay for me to do it and partake in. So you're gonna try to be a parent, man. Be a parent, man. Stop being these motherfucking kids, friends. And then you get in an argument with people when you talk about that. They think that shit is slick, that you got your mini me. When your mini me is in the grave or your mini me is in prison, don't cry, don't complain. Because once they're in the grave, they ain't coming back. And I don't want you to put no article in the paper talking about you had a good kid. They don't deserve that shit. And then when they're inside the prison system, the government own them. They're a slave of the system. And you can't tell the government what to do. Your baby come home when they feel like bringing that motherfucker home. Or he might never come home again. My parents had to wait almost 20 years to ask me to see me back on the streets. Yes, did they come and visit? Yes. But how many visits do you think you're going to get? I'm from Ohio. I was in Atlanta. I was in 2 parts of Pennsylvania. I was in Michigan. I was in Elgin, Oklahoma. So how many places you think your family gonna ask you to travel to see you when you're incarcerated? So once you train your kids and put them in that situation and you make them criminal, remember, they might die on the street or they might go to jail the rest of their life. And you gotta take responsibility for that. Because you don't take responsibility for that, it's a disservice. Because you gotta take that weight when you design and you put your kids in certain situations where they're gonna be criminals. And stop being a motherfucking friend. Cause y'all on the same level. You ain't gonna want your little friend, your little buddy, your little pal to be mad at you. But when you a parent, you don't give a fuck if they be mad. You care about you being mad, dude. Sit your little ass down. You come out here with that bullshit, I'm gonna blow your mouth out. But that ain't what we doing right now. We letting our kids dictate certain situations, when they gonna get them to eat, when they gonna go to school, when they gonna get offline, when they gonna go to bed, when they, even in the barbershop, when they gonna get a haircut. This is crazy. And y'all don't realize y'all raising the next generation of men and women. But y'all trying to be their friend, and that shit gonna bite your ass. Peace out. Os.